All right.
Yo.
Coming to you live from Philly and London. It's the number one rated Paulie and Tony Fusco show.
Cheerio.
As always, Paulie Fusco here with Tony Fusco. Well, kind of here, Tony, because if you were paying attention, you probably heard me say, hey, Tony is currently in London, broadcasting live via our satellite hookup. Tony, can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you perfectly, bro.
Great. All right. Yep. You know, we sent Tony. We sent you there. We'll tell the people as part of our special report. Yep. You know, last week, as you know, terrible situation.
Horrible.
The NFL once again sending the piss-poor Jacksonville Jaguars to play in London. Yeah, the whole point is to grow the game, make people like football. We keep dumping our crap there like it's a landfill. Tony, you're there in London, as we've established. How angry are the people there?
There is a lot of anger. Not toward us, of course, Paulie and Tony Fusco, because I assure you, we are beloved everywhere. But toward the NFL,
world famous.
People are wondering why the league can't send a quality team like the Eagles or even the Raiders. You know, I started to wonder if maybe this is payback. You know, England gave us that Downtown Abbey show, which several of my ex-girlfriends forced me to watch. So, you know, tick for tack.
Well, what we're going to do as part of our special report in just a few minutes, Tony, you are going to go out into the streets, brave the angry crowds out there, full of English people who have tons of hatred toward America, not toward us again because we're beloved, but toward America and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And but first, there are... as much as we want to get to this, there are some other urgent topics we must address up top. So right now, we're going to get right into our top story.
Top story.
All right, first out the gate, we're going to start with the embarrassing, terrible situation in Dallas. Cowboys losing to the Lions in what many people are calling the most embarrassing loss in the history of the United States. Jerry Jones now just lashing out. The Cowboys owner, he went on a local Dallas radio show. And when the host asked normal questions, you know, asking why the team has become worse than horse diarrhea, he threatened to fire the host. And Tony, this is very troubling, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's clear the biggest threat to democracy in America isn't the Russians or George Clooney, it's Jerry Jones. We have something called freedom of speech in America. If you want to silence sports talk radio hosts who criticize the Cowboys, that is totally un-American. Well, you know, unless you try to silence Skip Bayless, then everyone does kind of get it, and that's okay. But anyone else, that is unacceptable. You want to do that? You can leave the NFL and go to the NKFL, North Korea Football League.
Just such a moving and patriotic message there, Tony. And, you know, the Cowboys, they just never seem to learn, do they? Because after this loss to the Lions, Dak once again came out and said he needs to, quote, look in the mirror, which he says after every loss. And that's the problem right there, isn't it, Tony?
100%. Dak Prescott is a narcissist. Clearly, he's too concerned with looks and if his beard is perfectly trimmed and his skin is clear. I mean, are you a quarterback or a Kardashian? Maybe instead of looking at yourself, try looking at a playbook.
So true, Tony, and you have to wonder here, where is this mirror? He keeps looking at it because, you know, that makes a big difference. I mean, if it's hanging in his bathroom, okay, but if it's sitting on a coffee table, you know, if you catch my drift, you know.
We don't want to make any, you know, aggregations or allocations, but he is a Cowboy, so, you know, there is history there.
There's history there.
Exactly.
And, you know, another issue brewing here, Tony, we have sources throughout the league who tell us that due to the Cowboys' continued crappy performance, they are on the verge of getting sued by AT&T, who has the naming rights to the stadium. Because, I mean, Tony, right now you look at it, the Cowboys are totally ruining the AT&T quality brand. I mean, when you think of not connecting with receivers, you think of
AT&T.
Yep, and you know, when you think of expensive contracts where you don't get anything in return, just limited minutes.
AT&T.
And just making terrible calls in general.
AT&T. I mean, you know, it's clear that the stadium should have a more appropriate business partner, like maybe, I don't know, porta potty? You know, do you need a place to house all your piss and shit? Well, there you go. Porta potty stadium, a natural fit.
There you go, Tony. Makes
Yeah.
total sense. And well, now
Thank
let's
you.
move to the Eagles, who are coming off a decisive 20-16 win
Huge.
against the formidable Cleveland Browns. And Tony, a lot of people out
Absolutely.
there, morons, they're saying this team shouldn't be celebrating the win because it wasn't that big of a win. And that's just crazy talk, right, Tony?
I mean, the Browns are a playoff team.
Yep.
They were in the playoffs this year.
Yep.
I mean, sure, it was last season, but it was still 2024. You
Yep.
can't get hung up on technicalities. Like when the Oscars give out awards, they don't give them out for movies from this year.
Nope.
Otherwise, there'd be no movies.
Yep.
The Oscars are for movies from last year, and that's still this Oscar season. So, by the standards of the Oscars, the Browns are currently a playoff team.
Just terrific analysis once again, Tony. And you know, when you think
Thank you.
about it, it's harder to beat a struggling team.
Exactly.
Because they can't afford to lose. I mean, you know, you look at the Chiefs or the Vikings, if they lose a game right now, well, they don't care. They're undefeated. They
course.
can afford to lose. But the
Exactly.
Browns, they couldn't afford to lose that game.
You know, in fact, in case you don't understand this obvious perspective, let me give you what we call an analogy to help your brain understand.
Yep.
You see, if you take $100 away from the billionaire investor Jimmy Buffett, he wouldn't care because he can afford it. But you know, you take $100 away from some bum, he'll fight you to the death. That angry bum is the Cleveland Browns. So, there you go.
Just a very insightful and clear analogy, Tony. And on the subject of being clear, you know, a lot of people coming up to us this week and asking us what we thought of Nick Sirianni, you know,
Yep.
jawing with the fans in the stands after the
Yeah.
game. They say it's a bad look for him.
Oh,
I think it's a
come on.
bad look for the fans. Don't you agree, Tony?
Of course. I mean, don't fans always say that they wish they were part of the team?
Yup.
Well, then you have to be willing to get coached.
Yup.
Nick Sirianni was clearly trying to coach those fans into understanding that a win means that the team is good.
Obvious.
And this just shows that some fans don't have the understanding or the discipline that you need to make it in today's NFL or in the bleachers in today's NFL.
Yup.
As the saying goes, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the football stadium.
Just so well said, Tony. And now to the
Thank
other
you.
side of the ball in that game. Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski came out and said he's sticking with Deshaun Watson as the team's starting quarterback because Watson
Smart.
gives the team, quote, the best chance to win. And Tony, this makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
What people fail to realize is that when Kevin Stefanski said Deshaun Watson gives the team the best chance to win, he didn't mean football games. He meant lawsuits.
Yup.
Stefanski knows that the more we see Deshaun Watson on the field, the more it proves he can hold down a job as a functioning member of society, and therefore he can stay out of jail. It's just great coaching and also potential parole management.
Just great football and legal analysis there, Tony. And, well,
you.
one final story we need to tackle here. Questions still surround Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow,
Yeah.
who continues to try to heal from the wrist injury he suffered
Yeah.
in November, nearly a
Crazy.
year ago now. Now, these trainers and doctors, they're just baffled as to why his wrist is taking so long to heal. I mean,
Yeah.
and Tony, I agree. I don't understand why, you know, a healthy guy in his mid-20s would have so much trouble getting his wrist healthy. You know, you have any ideas?
Well, it does raise an important question, like, you know, does he have a girlfriend?
No, that is a good question. Let me look that up quick.
Yeah,
Hold on
let's
there.
see.
Joe Burrow, girlfriend. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, he does. Olivia Holzmacher, apparently.
Okay, well, do we know if, you know, maybe, you know, she's out of the country or, you know, maybe she's very busy at work or something?
Great question, Tony. They got her IG here on Google. Let me click it here. Hold on. Well, there are a lot of pictures of her traveling, Tony. It seems like she's been in New York, someplace
Okay.
called Kings Island. So
Okay,
there
so
you go.
she's out of town.
There you go. She's
Okay,
traveling.
so she's
now we
never
kind of
home.
understand. Okay.
Okay,
good.
now I'm starting to
There we
understand
go.
why his
There we
wrist
go.
won't heal.
Okay.
Okay.
That was just great journalism by us, Tony. But, on the subject of great journalism, what we're about to do next going to take it to a whole nother level.
Yeah,
Tony,
Pulitzer.
you're going to go down to the streets
Yeah,
right
I
now
am.
to ask the people how angry they are about us sending the crappy Jacksonville Jaguars trash to London.
Yeah.
So while you go set up, hey, why don't we go? We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back after this.
Visit the Fusco Show Perch Store, where this week you can get 20% off everything, October 17th through the 22nd. Stop freeloading off the show and start buying. Click the link in the description now to start shopping. Well, not now, but after the show now, okay?
Fusco Satellite Network.
Okay, we're back from commercial. All right, Tony, we see you're outside. Tell us where you are right now.
I'm at the site of Abbey Road, home of the most overrated band ever, the Beatles, and their overrated album, Abbey Road, here in London.
Yeah, exactly. We prefer American music.
Terrible.
Pathetic. Terrible. Just terrible, reminds the people of what that country sent to us. So
absolutely.
part of me thinks, sending the Jaguars maybe makes
Payback.
sense.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
payback.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, Tony, so tell us what you're going to do out there. You're going to go talk to some people about what are you going to do?
We're going to ask them about the Jaguars, if that's, made them hate America because we keep sending the Jaguars to play football games over here.
All right. See, to go around and just see if you can get someone to stop and talk to us here.
Absolutely. How you doing? Wanted to see, how do you feel about the Jaguars coming over here to play all the time?
Oh, man. Since you are the worst team.
No, this is an Eagles
Well,
jersey.
did he just say you are the worst? He thinks you're a Jaguars
He doesn't
fan,
like it.
Tony.
He's off the show, bro.
He's
Off
confusing the uniforms. Get out of there. Get him out of
Exactly.
there. He's an embarrassment to America, just like the Jaguars.
We would have deported him, bro.
Look, just try talking to someone else there. Hopefully, we can find someone who actually knows what they're
How
talking
are you,
about.
bro? What do you think about the Jaguars coming over here playing in England, bro?
Excuse me, I don't understand.
No problem. See?
Tony, it appears we have a non-English speaker. Let's just move on. Bad
Yeah,
radio.
exactly.
See if
How
you
you
can
doing,
find
bro?
someone
Quick
else
question
there.
for you.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Jaguars coming over here playing?
Which one?
The Jaguars. Terrible, right?
What is going on there? Where are the English people?
Yeah, see? He didn't even know.
I'm from Argentina. so
Argentina,
these guys-
okay.
Are you sure you're in England, Tony, and not South America? Did something happen,
I don't
maybe?
know. I got off over here, and that's what it said. I was over here in England. There's the flags everywhere. There's these houses.
Okay, kind of looks like the house where that woman who tells James Bond what to do works. Okay.
The double-decker bus. It says Waterloo.
Oh, they have those weird buses. Yup, that's England.
Damn, I
Okay.
can confirm.
This is good. Okay, so see if there's an English person around.
Where are you from? Germany?
The Netherlands and Germany, yeah.
See, that's why we need to start playing in Germany.
I think we need to go to Germany.
We need to go.
Ask him when the Giants play the Panthers in
When the
Germany. Will he
Giants-
be going?
Are you going? The Giants are playing the Panthers November in Germany. You're going to go to the game?
No.
You
No,
see?
it's sold out.
Good idea. All right, that guy knows what he's talking
exactly.
about, but we
That's
really
all-
need to
there's
find
many English
an
people in
English
England
person
so
here,
far, bro.
Tony. Yeah, this is very strange. Everyone in England does not speak English. You'd think, given that this is England, they would speak English.
Yeah, we don't have any, not one, zero.
Maybe they all left the country because we kept sending them Jaguars games, and they're like, we got to get the out of here.
right now. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. They wanted to see real football. They just left England.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Just turn around and ask, are you not talking to me because you're so angry about the Jaguars coming here?
Yeah, is nobody talking to me because they think that the Jaguars, I'm wearing this Jaguars jersey? Nothing. They're upset.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
There seems to be, maybe this is the NFL's plan to send the Jaguars there has backfired. Clearly, it has
sabotage.
made
Michelle doesn't know what
British
he's doing.
people. Yeah, it's made British people leave the country and also hate Americans. Nobody wants to come talk
Excuse
to
me,
us.
bro, are you from England? No, where country are you from? Germany, another German.
Oh,
Are
yeah,
you-
ask him about the game.
Are you going to the Giants game in Germany?
Oh,
That's a good decision, actually. It's a very good decision. I wouldn't go.
All right, so if you look, we put a counter on the screen, Tony. I just put up, Tony has spoken to 8 different people, none English people.
All right, I'm going to cross the street here for Abbey Road. I'm going to cross.
Okay. Tony is going, all right, if you're just joining us, Tony is going to cross the street to see, maybe we're on the non-English side of Abbey Road. Maybe this is how.
That was the Spanish side. Exactly. All right, we just crossed. Now
that must have been in South America. Maybe that's where the country ends, Tony.
Exactly, bro. I don't know. Let me ask. What's up, bro? How are you?
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you? Where are you from?
Abbey Road, Boise, Idaho.
He's from
What
Idaho.
is going on here? Okay.
Where are all the British people, bro? We haven't seen one.
No, I don't think they exist here anymore.
This is worse than we imagined. The NFL has sent such bad product that people have left the country in droves.
Excuse me. Are you English by chance?
I live around here.
Oh, I'm Tony Fusco from Fox Sports Radio. We wanted to know what
Of course.
you think about the Jaguars playing in London this past Sunday. You see, you upset? See?
He's upset.
He's upset.
He doesn't even want to talk about it.
He didn't even want to talk, bro. He kicked himself off the show.
See, now we understand. People there are so traumatized by the Jaguars sucking, they don't even want to talk about it. That's clearly what's going on.
What's up, bro? Are you English, bro?
Yeah.
Question. What did you... I'm Tony Fusco, of course, from the Paulie and Tony Fusco show on Fox Sports Radio. Of course.
Of course.
What's your name, bro?
Of course. Yeah.
Alan. Were you disgusted that the Jaguars came to play here again? Wouldn't you have preferred to see the Eagles?
I was horrified.
You see, there you go. Bro.
He's horrified. There you go.
Is this why British people hate America? Because we send shitty, awful teams to play here?
Probably.
Yeah, see, Alan knows, bro.
We got it now,
We got
Tony.
it, Alan.
There we go.
Yeah, brother. Thank you, bro.
We finally got to the bottom of it. We spoke to a British person.
Now we know.
Great journalism by you, Tony. Just terrific work. On behalf of America and football fans everywhere, we thank you. Hopefully this leads to change.
Hopefully it will, bro. It starts here. We have to do it ourselves, bro. We're mending the fences over here.
Yeah, well, here's what we're going to do, because we got to still wrap up the show, maybe. Why don't you go? Why don't we take a little commercial break?
Yep, let's take the commercial.
And we're going to come back. We're going to come back and we'll finish up the show, okay?
Sounds great, bro.
Just a gentle reminder that the show is almost over. So in a few moments, you're going to want to go and click that link in the description and go buy up all the mugs and shirts and mouse pads and stop being a freeloading loser who takes our content for free. Now back to the show.
Okay, well, as you can see, Tony is back in his temporary studio there in London,
Yup.
and Tony, just great journalism there.
Thank you.
You know, it
Thank
took a
you.
while. It took a while to find
Very
a British
eye-opening,
person.
though. No
But,
English people here in England.
They're very confusing. But
Yup.
anyway, we found the one. We found the one
Yeah, we
who is
did.
still there.
Yup.
All right. Well, that's a great place to wrap the show. And
Oh, you kidding me?
Wait.
we can't avoid you go to London, Tony. You can't avoid him there.
Yeah, exactly. Producer Jay, what do you want?
Corrections.
What? Go.
What? Go.
You said the billionaire investor was Jimmy Buffett.
Smart man, bro.
Financial legend.
No, you're thinking of Warren Buffett. He's the famous investor. Jimmy Buffett was a singer in the 70s.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have some investment advice for you. Cyanide.
And you know who's in their 70s and sings? Your mom. Every time I bone her.
Oh, good one, Tony.
No. Wait.
What?
What?
Here
Go.
we keep go.
You called the British show Downtown Abbey.
Terrible show.
Never watched it.
Clearly, because it's called Downton Abbey. And also, it's not terrible. I watched every episode. It was great.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what show you're about to be on? Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, and I'm going to do a show about your mom called Pound Town Abbey.
Oh, can't wait for that, Tony. What?
Wait.
What does he want?
What? Go.
Earlier, you said the phrase tick for tack.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, very common phrase, bro.
Yeah.
No, it's tit for tat. It's clear you were thinking of Tic Tacs, the breath mints.
No, I was actually thinking of tick-tock, which is the noise from the sound of the bomb I put under your car.
I was actually thinking of tit for mouth because I saw your mom last night.
Oh,
you're
great
done.
one, Tony.
Let's get
And you
outta
know what
here.
you're going to
That's it.
see next week on this show? Joining us, Super Bowl hero, future Hall of Famer Nick Foles will be here.
Wow.
And Tony, you'll be back in studio.
Yeah,
Great
we'll be.
journalism. And don't forget,
Yeah.
visit the merch store, buy all the merch, and rate and review this show on Apple Pods. And Tony, great job as always.
Same to you, Paulie. Another flawless show.
There you go. We'll see you people next week.
See ya.